Samson, known for his extraordinary strength, his life is marked by remarkable feats, his wife and her father, burning them alive, highlighting the broader themes of violence and retribution. The story of Samson, a prominent figure in the biblical narrative, unfolds during a tumultuous period for the Israelites, who faced oppression under the Philistines. Samson, known for his extraordinary strength, was chosen by God to deliver his people from their enemies. His life is marked by remarkable feats, including slaying a lion with his bare hands and defeating an army with just the jawbone of a donkey. However, his journey is not solely about physical prowess. It delves into themes of faith, divine purpose, and the complexities of human nature. As we explore Samson's tale, we will uncover how his strength was both a gift and a burden, leading to moments of triumph and tragic downfall. This narrative serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of faith and the consequences of straying from divine guidance. The historical context of the Israelites' oppression adds depth to Samson's story, illustrating the struggles faced by a people yearning for freedom and justice. Through this engaging exploration, we will highlight how Samson's life reflects the broader themes of resilience and redemption, inviting viewers to reflect on their own journeys of strength and faith. Join us as we delve into this captivating story, rich with lessons that resonate through time. Manoah and his wife faced a profound struggle with infertility, a burden that weighed heavily on their hearts. Living in a time of oppression, their longing for a child seemed insurmountable. However, their lives took a miraculous turn when an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife, delivering an extraordinary message. They would conceive a son who would be a deliverer for the Israelites. This announcement was not just a personal blessing, it held immense significance for their people. The angel instructed them that their son, Samson, was to be a Nazarite, dedicated to God from birth. This meant he would adhere to specific vows, including abstaining from wine and avoiding contact with the dead, symbolizing his unique role in God's plan. The Nazarite vow underscored the divine purpose of Samson's life, setting him apart as a figure of strength and deliverance. The importance of this divine intervention cannot be overstated. It represented hope not only for Manoah and his wife, but also for the oppressed Israelites. Their faith was rewarded with a promise that transcended their personal struggles, illustrating how God can intervene in the most desperate situations. As we reflect on this miraculous announcement, we see the profound impact of faith and divine purpose, setting the stage for Samson's extraordinary journey ahead. Samson's upbringing was marked by divine favor and blessings, as he was raised by Manoah and his wife in accordance with the Nazarite vows. From an early age, he exhibited extraordinary strength and a unique connection to God, which set him apart from his peers. His parents instilled in him the importance of his divine purpose, nurturing his gifts while emphasizing the need for faithfulness to God's commands. However, a pivotal moment in Samson's life came when he chose to marry a Philistine woman, a decision that shocked his parents and raised significant concerns. This choice not only defied the cultural norms of the Israelites, who were instructed to avoid intermarriage with foreign nations, but it also highlighted the growing tension between Samson and his own people. His parents expressed their dismay, urging him to consider a wife from among their own kin, emphasizing the importance of shared faith and values. Yet Samson's insistence on marrying the Philistine reflected a deeper struggle within him, as he began to navigate the complexities of his identity and divine calling. This decision foreshadowed the challenges he would face, illustrating the cultural implications of his actions and the potential consequences of straying from the path set before him. As we explore Samson's early signs of strength and divine favor, we witness the unfolding of a complex narrative that intertwines personal choices with broader cultural dynamics. The dramatic encounter with the lion marked a pivotal moment in Samson's life, showcasing both his extraordinary strength and the divine favor that accompanied him. As he journeyed to visit his Philistine wife, a young lion suddenly attacked him. In a display of raw power, Samson tore the lion apart with his bare hands. An act that not only demonstrated his physical prowess, but also symbolized his role as a divinely appointed deliverer for the Israelites. This encounter foreshadowed the challenges he would face against the Philistines, setting the stage for the conflict that would define his life. Later, during his wedding feast, Samson posed a riddle to the Philistines, challenging them to solve it within 7 days. The riddle, which referenced his earlier encounter with the lion, out of the eater, something to eat, out of the strong, something sweet, was both clever and provocative. It posed a significant challenge to the Philistines, who prided themselves on their intellect and cunning. However, the riddle also created tension between Samson and his wife, as the Philistines pressured her to extract the answer from him. This manipulation strained their relationship, highlighting the growing divide between Samson and his new family. The riddle and the ensuing conflict encapsulated the complexities of Samson's life, revealing the interplay of strength, cunning, and the challenges of marital loyalty amidst cultural tensions. Following the wedding debacle, Samson's retaliation against the Philistines was both dramatic and destructive. In a fit of rage over the betrayal he felt from his wife and the Philistines, he devised a cunning plan. Samson captured 300 foxes, tying their tails together in pairs and attaching torches to them. He then released the foxes into the Philistines' fields, setting the torches ablaze. The chaos that ensued resulted in the destruction of their crops, vineyards, and olive groves, a significant blow to the Philistine economy and a clear message of his fury. The consequences of Samson's actions were immediate and severe. The Philistines, enraged by the loss of their harvest, sought to retaliate. They responded by burning Samson's wife and her father, an act of vengeance that escalated the conflict between the two parties. This cycle of revenge spiraled out of control, with each side seeking to outdo the other. Samson, fueled by grief and anger, retaliated further by striking down many Philistines in a violent rampage, deepening the animosity between them. This ongoing cycle of revenge illustrated the destructive nature of conflict, as both Samson and the Philistines became trapped in a pattern of retaliation. Each act of vengeance only served to escalate tensions, highlighting the broader themes of violence and retribution that permeated Samson's story, ultimately leading to tragic consequences for all involved. The events leading to Samson's capture by the Philistines were steeped in betrayal and escalating conflict. After Samson's vengeful act of burning their crops, the Philistines sought retribution by targeting his wife and her father, burning them alive. This betrayal cut deeply into Samson, igniting a fierce desire for vengeance against the Philistines. In retaliation, he struck down many of their men, further intensifying the cycle of violence. As tensions mounted, the men of Judah, fearful of the Philistines' wrath, confronted Samson in the rock of Etam. They expressed their concerns, revealing that the Philistines had gathered against them, demanding that Samson be handed over. In a moment of confrontation, Samson questioned their loyalty, reminding them that he was fighting for their freedom. Despite their fear, the men of Judah ultimately agreed to bind him and deliver him to the Philistines, believing it was the only way to protect their own lives. In a remarkable display of selflessness, Samson willingly accepted his fate, allowing himself to be bound with new ropes. His willingness to be captured was driven by a desire to protect his people from the Philistines' vengeance. This act underscored the complexity of his character. He was not merely a man of strength, but also one who bore the weight of his people's struggles. As he was led to the Philistines, the stage was set for a dramatic confrontation that would ultimately define his legacy. In one of the most significant battles of his life, Samson faced 1,000 Philistines, armed with nothing but the jawbone of a donkey. This seemingly ordinary object became the instrument of his miraculous strength, showcasing the divine power that flowed through him. As the Philistines advanced, intent on capturing him, Samson seized the jawbone and, with an incredible display of might, struck down 1,000 men in a single, fierce confrontation. This extraordinary feat not only highlighted his physical prowess, but also underscored the theme of divine strength in overcoming adversity. Samson's victory with the jawbone became a powerful symbol of hope and resilience for the Israelites, demonstrating that even against overwhelming odds, faith and divine intervention could lead to triumph. The battle solidified his reputation as a formidable warrior and a divinely chosen leader, inspiring his people to believe in their own potential for resistance against their oppressors. The phrase, "With the jawbone of a donkey, I have slain 1,000 men," became emblematic of his strength and resourcefulness, further enhancing his legendary status among the Israelites. This moment encapsulated the essence of Samson's journey, illustrating how divine strength can manifest in the most unexpected ways. It served as a reminder that true power lies not just in physical might, but in the unwavering faith that fuels it, empowering individuals to rise above their challenges and adversities. Delilah entered Samson's life as a captivating figure, embodying both allure and treachery. The Philistines, eager to exploit Samson's vulnerabilities, approached her with a cunning plot. They offered her a substantial reward to discover the secret of his incredible strength. Delilah, drawn by the promise of wealth, agreed to betray the man she had grown close to, setting the stage for a tragic unraveling of their relationship. As the story unfolds, Delilah made repeated attempts to uncover the source of Samson's power. Each time, she coaxed him with feigned innocence, asking him to reveal his secret. Samson, initially playful and evasive, provided her with false answers, such as claiming that his strength lay in being bound with fresh ropes or woven hair. However, Delilah's persistence grew, and with each failed attempt, the emotional conflict within Samson deepened. He was torn between his affection for her and the nagging realization that she was working against him. Ultimately, the emotional turmoil culminated in betrayal. After much manipulation and pressure, Delilah wore down Samson's defenses, and he finally revealed the truth. His strength was tied to his uncut hair, a symbol of his Nazarite vow. In a moment of vulnerability, he surrendered his secret, leading to his capture by the Philistines. Delilah's betrayal not only marked the end of Samson's strength, but also highlighted the tragic consequences of misplaced trust and the destructive power of temptation. The moment Samson revealed the secret of his strength to Delilah marked a tragic turning point in his life. As he lay asleep on her lap, she called for the Philistines, who swiftly entered and cut his hair, stripping him of the divine power that had defined him. Upon awakening, Samson was unaware of the betrayal that had transpired. When he attempted to rise and confront his enemies, he discovered, to his horror, that the Lord had departed from him. In that instant, he lost not only his strength, but also his freedom, as the Philistines seized him and bound him with chains. The consequences of his revelation were devastating. Samson faced immense humiliation as he was paraded before the Philistines, who celebrated their victory over the once mighty warrior. His capture was not just a physical defeat, it was a profound emotional and spiritual blow. The loss of his sight, as they gouged out his eyes, symbolized the complete downfall of a man who had once been a beacon of strength and hope for his people. This act of brutality served as a stark reminder of his vulnerability, highlighting how betrayal can lead to catastrophic consequences. Samson's story underscores the theme of vulnerability, illustrating how even the strongest can fall when trust is misplaced. His downfall serves as a cautionary tale about the repercussions of betrayal, revealing the fragility of human strength when faced with deception and disloyalty. In his final moments, Samson found himself in the grand temple of Dagon, a place filled with the laughter and revelry of the Philistine rulers who had gathered to celebrate their victory over him. The temple was a symbol of their triumph, adorned with idols and filled with the sounds of merriment as they mocked the once mighty warrior. As Samson was brought before them, his blindness and captivity served as a stark reminder of his fall from grace. Even in this moment of despair, a flicker of resolve ignited within him. Samson, aware of his impending fate, turned to God in a heartfelt prayer, asking for strength one last time. He sought the divine power that had once coursed through him, yearning to avenge the humiliation he had suffered at the hands of the Philistines. With his hands resting on the pillars that supported the temple, he called upon the Lord, expressing his desire to bring down the structure and defeat his enemies. In a final act of defiance, Samson pushed against the pillars with all his might, causing the temple to collapse. His sacrifice was monumental. He took down not only himself, but also thousands of Philistines, delivering a devastating blow to their rulers. This act of revenge underscored the significance of his life and death, transforming his tragic story into one of redemption and highlighting the enduring theme of strength in vulnerability. Samson's ultimate sacrifice left an indelible mark on the Philistines, serving as a powerful reminder of the consequences of betrayal and the resilience of the human spirit. The life of Samson is a compelling narrative filled with extraordinary feats and profound lessons. From his miraculous birth and divine calling as a Nazarite to his incredible displays of strength against the Philistines, Samson's journey is marked by both triumph and tragedy. His encounters with the lion, the riddle at his wedding, and his tumultuous relationship with Delilah illustrate the duality of his character, where immense strength coexisted with significant vulnerability. Ultimately, his downfall serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of betrayal and the importance of remaining true to one's commitments. Throughout his life, Samson exemplified the themes of strength and weakness, showcasing how even the mightiest can falter when faced with temptation and disloyalty. His final act of defiance in the Temple of Dagon reminds us that redemption is possible, even in the face of overwhelming odds. The lessons from Samson's story encourage us to reflect on our own lives, emphasizing the importance of faith, integrity, and the choices we make. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Soulful Bible Stories for more amazing Bible stories.